Welcome into the broadcast. Program is brought to you by Nothing But Net International and Immigrant Apparel. This is the Immigrant Podcast. Appreciate you tuning in. I won't say it's a somber day or a somber episode, but I do want to bring a lot of information about, the hurricane that just happened in the Caribbean. Devastating. I've been in two hurricanes. This is not about me, but just to give you a little bit of a picture. Um, Personally, it's a tough situation, and so I've been in two in the Caribbean. It's a predominantly Caribbean catastrophe, or should I say something that troubles territories specifically in that region and the lower parts of the United States, South, Central American, other places like that. So it was devastating, and the Hurricane Melissa, didn't spare any punches. Uh, Devastating for countries like Haiti, and of course Cuba again, and of course. As a born Jamaican resident, citizen that I'll always be, I definitely wanted to bring some light to the tragedy that has happened. Now, I've got friends and family that are down there for the most part. And I said for the most part because I feel like I've communicated with everyone in over the previous 2 weeks. Everybody's okay. Um, but there were tragedies. And so loved ones of others are are in heartache at this moment. One of the things that I'd love to educate my public about when it pertains to third world countries and third world countries is that it's just not set up. There's not enough infrastructure in small territories like the Caribbean, a lot of them, and even countries in Central America, South America, and Africa that are set up to do certain things. And because of the structure of finance and poverty and wealth and riches, more people are going to be in more need of more things than they can afford. And that is partly part of the reason why there always a lot of looting and a lot of uh, you know activities that are undermining the the law. In this case, a lot of that has happened with the aid that has come into Jamaica from multiple sources, not only countries, but individuals that have donated to the rehabilitation cause, the rehab cause, the fix up efforts that have happened there. But the criminal aspect is always going to play a role when you're dealing with, countries that the infrastructure is not set up to handle mass flooding of good deeds, we'll call it here. So that's what's happening here. A lot of the things that have been sent to help the needy and the poor, or to help the people who have had grave damage, uh, just like we know, have been taken by the people who are already wealthy or have access to certain things. And instead of brandishing the goods freely to the people in need, what happens is they keep them on hand, keep them in storage, or sometimes these people even resell these things that they get for free. Um, and it's the case when you have an economic climate like Jamaica, an improving economic climate. Jamaica is one of the most productive countries in the Caribbean. And of course, big shout out to the Prime Minister, Mr. Andrew Holness, for what he's done over the past few years, and all the leaders of the government there. And so, I'm not gonna say that that's their fault because they hire people to do things that are probably not doing their job. So, and that's when, when you're a leader, you have to delegate. A leader can't do everything. So if you delegate and the job is not done to your delegation or delegating, then that's also a problem. He does have the impetus to put the right people into the right places to make sure like all the nation and every the needs of the people are served. And so that has happened in this case, and so that wasn't done. But my plea here today, and this episode is about if you're willing and if you're able and to give back to help with the rehabilitation efforts financially or in any way for the small island of Jamaica, we hope that you do so. I'm going to attach a little number or email or Zelle account down here somewhere where you can send money to a cause. It won't go to me. It'll be something that someone sent to me because I know that's important for people to know. I won't see it at all, but hopefully I'll get the information from an organization, which I already have in mind. That's a legitimate organization that if you send finances, it will go through the right channels. So we're wishing everybody in the country of Jamaica a speedy recovery. It's going to be tough. About one third of the island got hit pretty bad. Electricity and a lot of things are still out. Even getting internet and just foods, even driving on the road, is still difficult at this time. But there are places in Jamaica that have everything. So that's the effects of a hurricane. So we're wishing everybody a speedy recovery. Wishing everybody in Jamaica the best. And if you can give, definitely do so and log into the whatever information I'll send you here so you can obviously help with that. It's your boy Nikolai Help for the Immigrant Podcast. Take it easy.